Every month, the Orange County housing market tells a story. This June, that story has 3 chapters, one for every buyer and seller watching right now. Here is the full picture. I'm Paula Aragone. With Aragone & Associates, we have helped hundreds of families, trustees, and advisors across Orange County navigate complex real estate transitions from Newport Beach to Yorba Linda and Huntington Beach. We maximize value and minimize stress. Strategy is what we do. Every month, I pull the latest Orange County housing data and break it down clearly. What the overall market is doing, where the rates stand, and what all of it means depending on where you sit. Whether you're a buyer, a seller, or a professional advising someone through a major real estate decision, there's something in here that is relevant to you right now. Let's start with where the market stands overall. There are currently 4,551 active listings in Orange County, up about 2% in the last 2 weeks. That sounds like inventory is rising, and it is. But here's the context that matters. Pre-COVID 3-year average was 6,500 homes. We're still 43% below that. This is not a market flooded with inventory. Buyers still have limited choices in most price ranges. Demand, the number of pending sales in the last 30 days sits at 1,637 homes. That is down significantly from a month ago when demand peaked, but it is essentially identical to where we were a year ago at this time. Buyers are active. The market has not slowed down. The overall expected market time, which is how long it would take to sell every active listing at the current buying price, sits at 83 days. Last year, at this same point, it was 85 days. We're tracking right in line with 2025. And here's one of the most telling numbers in the entire report. The sales to list price ratio in Orange County has been very close. On average, sellers are getting exactly what they ask for. That is not a buyer's market. That is not a market where sellers are being pressured to discount. That is a market where strategy and correct pricing still determines the outcome. One more. Only 12 distressed homes are currently active across all of Orange County. 3 foreclosures and 9 short sales. Less than 1/3 of 1% of all active listings. This market is being driven by real sellers with real equity, not distress. One distinction worth knowing if you're buying or selling right now, detached homes are moving at 76 days on average. Condos and townhomes are at 94. If you're in the detached home market, it is meaningfully faster than an attached right now. That difference matters for both pricing strategy and timing expectations. The fastest moving cities right now are Anaheim Hills at 33 days, Fountain Valley at 51 days, Mission Viejo at 52. And the sweet spot price range sits between $750,000 and $1.5 million, moving between 57 days and 65 days on average. If you're in that range and your home is priced correctly and prepared correctly, you're in the most active window in the entire Orange County market right now. Now, rates, because no market update is complete without talking about what buyers are actually paying to borrow right now. According to Mortgage News Daily, the average top-tier 30-year fixed mortgage rate today stands at 6.54%. That is above where many buyers hope rates would be at this point in 2026, and there's a reason for that. In late February, rates were sitting right at 6%, poised to drop into the 5% for the first time since August 2022. That did not happen because of the Iran conflict, which began on February 28th and immediately pushed oil prices higher. Higher oil prices means higher inflation, and higher inflation means higher rates. Rates climbed above 6.5 by mid March and have remained there since. The practical implication, as long as rates stay above 6.5, the OC market report projects demand will remain muted and the market will continue to closely resemble last year's market pace. If rates were to fall below the 6.5 with any duration, we will expect to see a meaningful increase in buyer activity. That has not happened yet. What that means for buyers, waiting for a significant rate drop before making a move is a real risk in this market. The OC market is still selling close to 100% of list price ratio. The inventory is lower than pre-COVID norms, and the homes that are positioned correctly are moving fast. Waiting does not guarantee better conditions. It often just means more competition for fewer choices when rates eventually improve. Now, let's talk about what this means at the luxury level, because above 2 million, the OC market is not one story, it is actually three. The 2.5 to 4 million range is at 140 days of expected market time, up from 128 days just 2 weeks ago. Inventory is building in this segment. Buyers have choices that they did not have 6 months ago. That does not mean this is a soft market. It means that pricing strategy and preparation are doing more of the work than the market itself right now. Now, 4 to 6 million range in this segment, I want to spend a moment. Market time jumped from 177 days to 229 days in just 2 weeks. Inventory has gone up 30% increase in a very short window. This is the most inventory pressured luxury tier in Orange County right now. The sellers who overprice in this range or who list without the right preparation and marketing reach will feel that pressure directly. Days on market compound. First impressions matter, and the right strategy from the beginning is not optional here. Let's talk 6 million and above segment. It's actually moving in a better direction. Market time actually dropped here from 295 days to 239 days. That improvement is driven by a small but active buyer pool at this level who are finding what they want and acting on it. It is still a patient market, but it is improving. Zooming out, the luxury market overall, all homes priced above 2 million. It is at 177 days of expected market time. To put that in concrete terms, at the current pace, a luxury seller listing today would be looking at becoming a pending sale around December of 2026. That is not a reason to panic, but it's a reason to be strategic from day one. In all of these markets, the properties that are selling are the ones that are priced correctly, presented exceptionally, and marketed to a buyer who may be coming from LA, San Francisco, or from outside California entirely. That requires a different strategy than the broader OC market and a different level of expertise at every stage of the process. For our attorneys, fiduciaries, and CPAs and wealth advisors watching, here's what this data means in practical terms for the clients you're advising right now. For clients holding residential property in the 750 to $1.5 million range, which covers Yorba Linda, Huntington Beach, Mission Viejo, Fullerton, and many other communities, this is the most liquid and active segment of the market right now. Market time in this range is 57 to 65 days. Demand is consistent. Sales are closing at 100% of list price ratio. For trust or estate properties in this range, a properly prepared and priced listing is moving efficiently, sometimes with more than asking price. The window is workable. For clients holding property above 2.5 million, the strategy conversation is more nuanced. The 4 to 6 million segment is particularly under inventory pressure right now. 229 days on market is significant. For estate or trust properties in that range, pricing and preparation are not administrative decisions. They're actually fiduciary ones. The gap between a well-positioned listing and a poorly positioned one in this market can be measured in hundreds of thousands of dollars to those beneficiaries. One important data for any trust or estate situation: there are very few truly distressed properties in Orange County right now. In most cases, sellers still have meaningful equity, and estate and trust properties are entering a market where value remains supported. This can be specifically important when a reverse mortgage is involved, because equity position, timing, and execution can directly impact what is ultimately preserved for the estate and distributed to the beneficiaries. Favorable market conditions create opportunities, but they do not guarantee the best outcome. The right strategy, preparation, and pricing, and negotiation skills are what turn that opportunity into maximum value. If any of this is relevant to a client situation you're currently advising, we're always glad to be a resource. Whether that means a market analysis on a specific property, a second broker price opinion on pricing strategy, or early coordination on the real estate component of an estate or trust administration. This is the Orange County housing market as of June 2026. Overall, market holding steady, rates improving year over year, but staying around 6.5. Luxury showing meaningful differences by tier, and a window that is real for the right property at the right price in every single segment. Strategy is what we do, and that is true whether you're navigating this market as a buyer, a seller, or a professional advising someone through a major real estate decision. Reach out directly or use the private link in the description to start that conversation today, and share this with anyone in Orange County who has been wondering what the market is actually doing right now. I'm Paula Aragone with Aragone & Associates, and I'll see you next time.